Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we try to make sense of the hidden dealings of big corporations. Today we're diving into a report from Fat Brands Incorporated, and let's just say it has got some interesting moves happening behind the scenes. Before we jump in, if you like getting the real story behind these filings, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And for more in-depth discussions and to connect with fellow corporate enthusiasts, join our Discord community. The link is in the description below. So, what is the big news with Fat Brands? Well, it looks like they're making some changes with their executive compensation, and these changes come with some pretty specific conditions, especially concerning bankruptcy. It is not just about getting paid, it is about earning that pay based on staying with the company. Alright, let's cut through the corporate jargon. Fat Brands Incorporated is essentially a company that owns a bunch of restaurant brands. You've probably heard of some of them. This report is an 8K filing, which is like a news flash for the stock market, telling investors about any really important events that have happened. The main event here is about something called letter agreements that were signed on the 31st of December 2025. These agreements are with their top executives, including the Chief Financial Officer, Kenneth Keek, the Chief Operating Officer, Taya Widerhorn, and the Chief Development Officer, Taylor Widerhorn. What is cool is that these guys all agreed to give up bonuses they were supposed to get from way back in 2024. But here is the twist. The company then gave them retention bonuses, which are basically bonuses to make sure they stick around. These retention bonuses were a pretty significant chunk of change. Kenneth Keek got $500,000, Thea Wiederhorn got $550,000, and Taylor Wiederhorn also got $550,000. Now, these amounts were paid out on the 2nd of January 2026, so they took a little hit on old bonuses, but got a nice fat check to stay put. But it doesn't stop there. Their base salaries are also getting a serious upgrade. Starting the 1st of January 2026, their salaries are jumping from $550,000 up to $950,000. That is a pretty wild increase, aiming to keep their key people happy and on board. Now, here is where it gets really interesting and frankly a little concerning. The right for these executives to keep these retention bonuses and salary increases is tied to them staying with the company. The clock is ticking until either the 30th of June 2026 or, and this is the big one, if the company declares bankruptcy, specifically Chapter 11. If the company files for bankruptcy protection, the date those bonuses and raises are truly theirs is pushed even further out, tied to the reorganization or liquidation plan. And get this, if an executive decides to leave on their own, unless it is for death or disability, or if their employment is terminated for cause, which means they did something wrong, they have to pay back the retention bonus and salary increases they've already received. It's like saying, we're paying you a lot of money to stay, but if you bail or mess up, you owe us big time. This really highlights how much Fat Brands wants to keep these people, and maybe how worried they are about the company's stability. Looking beyond the compensation, this filing also touches on their stock. They have Class A common stock and Class B common stock traded on the Nasdaq. They've also got some Series B cumulative preferred stock. It shows they have different ways for investors to put money into the company. Now, let's connect the dots. When a company is offering such significant incentives tied directly to continued employment, and with such stringent clawback clauses related to bankruptcy, it often signals that the company might be facing some headwinds. This isn't typical behavior for a company that is riding high and has no foreseeable financial worries. The fact that they're willing to pay top dollar for executives to stay, and that those payments are contingent on not going bankrupt, tells us a story. It suggests management might be anticipating challenges, and these retention bonuses are a way to ensure crucial leadership is in place to navigate those potential storms. Or perhaps, to manage their way through a restructuring. It's a clear signal to watch the company's financial health closely. Fat Brands Inc. is in a competitive industry. Franchising restaurants, while it can be lucrative, also means dealing with economic fluctuations, changing consumer tastes, and intense competition. The moves we see here, the substantial retention bonuses and salary hikes, are a significant investment in their leadership team. It signals confidence from the company that these specific individuals are key to their future success, or perhaps their survival through potentially difficult times. The conditionality around bankruptcy is the most telling part, suggesting that the possibility, however remote they hope it is on the minds of those signing these agreements. So, what is the takeaway? Fat Brands is clearly trying to lock down its core leadership. While these compensation packages aim to secure talent and ensure stability, the underlying conditions, particularly the bankruptcy clause, raise questions about the company's outlook. It is a bold move to offer such incentives, but it also highlights potential risks. Investors should be keeping a close eye on the company's financial performance and any future disclosures that might shed more light on why such stringent measures were deemed necessary. The company is betting on its top brass to steer the ship, especially if it hits rough seas. Alright, that is our breakdown of Fat Brands Incorporated's latest filing. What is your take on these compensation strategies and what they might mean for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this deep dive helpful, please give this video a thumbs up. It really helps us out, and subscribe for more corporate insights. And don't forget to join our Discord community for more discussions. The link is in the description. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.